I'm at a payphone. The sun goes down, the stars come out. Where the times go, my universe will never be the same.
Hey guys, so now today is a Friday night and I just went out for some outing just now, so I came back here. Feel like making a video right now. So today's video is about why my father, why he got a W211, despite for the same amount of money, he's able to get something like a Camry XV30, or maybe he can get the Honda Accord of the same year as well, 2004, but he got a German car instead. Now, the reason why we got this car, is basically because of image, because in the business world, it is such cruelty that if you drive something that looks so normal, people are not going to give a damn on you. Because my dad used to daily a Zafiro 832, which you can actually click here to watch a video of its exterior and interior walk around. So people who get to know him firsthand, when they see my father driving a Zafiro 832, he was like, everyone doubted my father, Everyone was in doubt of whether my father is able to perform or not, because the car just speaks so much of my father's status, So before we got the W211, my Zafiro actually broke down for around 1 or 2 weeks, because the car happened to just die at the roadside so often. So we actually replaced some things like the ECU, we replaced the throttle body even, and we also replaced other things like the fuel pump, and put those things aside. So me and my father, we were actually searching for a few cars. We went and see the 2012 Volkswagen Passat. We went and see the W204 C-Class as well. Then after that, we went on to another shop which was quite far away, We actually traveled from Tampoi all the way to Johor Jaya, to look at that W211 that we are currently using. So when we were viewing this car, I wasn't actually expecting my father to buy this car, because the condition was actually not so good, Some things are falling apart. The paint job was actually good. Then for the side mirror's sake, only the driver's side can be folded electronically. The passenger side was dead, and many other things as well, such as my steering rack was broken as well. So actually, I think it was about last week where we actually replaced the steering rack. Forgot how much it was, but we got it replaced anyway. Oh yeah, and our aircon valve broke down as well. Our ignition coil had problems as well. So basically, after these few months of ownership, 2.5 months of ownership, we spent around 5,000 to repair all these kind of things, which currently the car still needs to replace its front suspension, and the brakes need servicing as well. But honestly, I think that for about 5 to 6K to repair such a car is actually quite okay, because I mean, when I drove it on the highway, 120 is nothing, because the car is so silent, the car is so stable, and even the point here is the seats, because the seats actually hold you in the best position ever. I mean, like it felt as if the seat was actually designed for my fat body, because I felt no signs of empty gaps around the seats. They support my body and backside very, very well. After that, we bought the car eventually, for 25,500. That was the price back in May, because if you search for W211s with good condition, 2004, only costs about 25, okay? But when we bought that car, it was in bad condition, and we just somehow slaughtered the car back home, And the reason why I'm filming this video now is because one of my teacher, she saw me outside one day, And then of course I say hello to her. I talked to her for a while, Not going to disclose who this teacher is, because that is not the point. Then after that, when I got into my car, my teacher saw me getting in. Then after that, we happened to talk through WhatsApp. Then only she knew. Then only I told her that my father got this car, and for image. And then she asked me a question like, "What image?" Because when my teacher asked me that question, right, I was actually surprised because I mean, like, she's about, I think she's more than 40 years old. I think, right? I'm not gonna review her age because I don't know her age and I don't want to know. But the thing is that she should be in the know that people who are in the business world, right? We have to keep our image as good as possible, no matter how fucking broke we are, right? So I'm not sure if that what image question means whether she doesn't know about the image needed in business, or she thinks that I buy a Mercedes car just to show off to people, when I actually, to be honest, if I'm not in the business world, or if my father is not in the business world, I mean, we could have gotten something like a Camry X330, which is comfortable enough, reliable, like what Scotty Kimmer says. But then again, right, if you look at the money that we pay for the car, right, 25,500, we can actually use that same amount of cash. All right, maybe my father bought this car with cash. We can actually use the same amount of money, right, to purchase a Perodua Asia E. You know those white color or silver color driving school cars that you see nowadays, right? Why we got an unreliable German car, which actually this car is actually quite reliable all this while. Why we got a used German car instead of a new Malaysian car, right? Because like what Bobby Ang says, that Horizon guy says, life is fucking short, right? Make the best out of it. Okay, like the Asia shakes at around maybe speeds like 140, because I drove one today, 130 was still alright, but I don't know about 140. But an Asia, right, gives you the best noise in the world. And of course, if you're talking about safety, the Asia is about so only. Well, you just imagine this, right? Like, let's say, what if one person used 25,000, alright, to buy a Toyota Camry, right? He or she will be driving a car that has front wheel drive, okay, around 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, 4-speed automatic, right? Yeah, like that. And compared to me, right, who drives or rides, right, in a 2.6 liter rear wheel drive car with around 6 cylinders, and has a 5-speed automatic transmission. What if you crash and die in a Toyota Camry? Then you go to heaven, right? There goes your life. But what about me? If I die in a Mercedes car, right, riding in German happiness, or if you want to call it a sad thing because German cars are not as reliable as Japanese brands, yeah, you can look at the difference here. So yeah, I'm not asking people to die in accidents, but the thing is that German cars are made so specially and are so expensive, because almost every German car, right, that is being produced feels as if the company custom made a car for you. Whereas if you buy something from a Japanese brand such as Toyota, right, if you buy maybe a Toyota Camry, or maybe, yeah, a Toyota Camry, if you get a Toyota Camry, right, it just somehow doesn't feel like the car is made specifically for you, because some things they just feel like, you know, they built a Toyota Camry which is the same for everyone. Whereas when you buy an E-Class, right, you feel like the car is made specifically for you, although every E-Class is the same compared to one another, right? Thanks guys, and subscribe, like and share this video. Cheers.